I come to you today to express my deepest frustrations. I never would have thought that this type of evil could exist, but it does. Today I'm talking about all the lies. Basically, in other videos, I have discussed some of the lies that have been spoken about me that were not true. The, this is the most hurtful lie. This lie implied that I initiated a phone call to a department that led to an event that was very sad. And the fact that someone was stooped that low to create that type of lie is mind-boggling, because that is something that I never did in any type of context at all. I would be more than willing to take a lie detector test to prove that that is a lie, the biggest bold-faced lie of all the lies that has ever been presented. I would put my hand on the Bible, the Quran, or anything else and swear to God to strike me down that that is a lie. So, to all that, I would stand in front of a firing squad while taking a polygraph test to prove that that is a damn lie. Now, if I had did that, I would be very remorseful. And I think it was taken out of context when I asked for forgiveness. I hope it wasn't being implied that I was asking for forgiveness for that. I was asking for forgiveness how I acted on a particular day. Not for that, because that I didn't do. But I've gotten word that that is a lie that was told. So it would make perfect sense why me and that person that were once pretty close can pretty much stand each other. I'm going to ask you this. The people that are making these lies about me, or has put you in the position to spread these lies about me, have you ever once questioned that they may have lied to you? The purpose of this whole thing is to discredit me, but at all cost. Which that has pretty much for the most part been done, but it's to discredit me. Do you wonder how all of a sudden my life just kind of like went downhill? It's not from my doing. And if you look at how things lined up, you will see that it was like systematically right behind each other. Am I like tired? Yeah, I'm tired of this foolishness that's going on, and like how you question like how the system is ran. But I everybody within it is not the same. But I want those around that to understand that when you put someone through so much stress, they are going to be on their fight or flight senses are in full alert. And if you know what's going on with me, you know all the BS that I've went through. This wasn't self-inflicted, because my attitude has never been bad. Like I said years ago, having the position that I've had where you're having to maintain and retain customers doesn't negate you having a bad attitude, because you can't have a bad attitude and maintain and retain customers. How you went from being successful to not is in accordance to sometimes it's your choices that you make. You can make a choice to stand for something sometimes and then be penalized for it. Or sometimes your own actions can cause your downfall as far as like your wrong choices. There's different variables that go into play with that. I'm making this. I wanted to make this video because God placed it on my heart to make this video, and for you to see me. All of my business is somehow being shared. This is not any type of psychological paranoia or any type of mental illness. This is something that is actually going on. If you go out into a crowd of people, although they're not specifically saying your name, but they make sure that they hear you in a group standing in front of the door discussing something that you're handling business about, that's not a coincidence. Me recording somebody, just basically recording somebody in a public place, would appear to be kind of off and would add to the premises of a mental illness, which I don't have. Do I have mental anguish from going through or my emotional distress? I mean, who wouldn't? Like, I'm going through the issue with my kids and other things. I didn't have any issues with any of their fathers up until recently, as far as like helping with them. Until recently, all of a sudden, all of that kind of went downhill. But that lets me know that there's influence, power, and money afoot. Me discussing this possibly would be a little dangerous. Potentially, could be. But I am in no way am like giving up on life in any aspect. And the fact that anyone that is mortally breathing on this earth feels like they have the right to do this to anyone just because you can, there's something deeply wrong with you. And if you're gaining satisfaction from that, there's something deeply wrong with you. Me talking to different people, they're very reserved on the conversations that they have because they really can't say too much. Because they don't want to be put in this situation. And I totally understand that. But from talking to different people, that's why I have to get out more. I think they kind of get it. It's just that they can't be involved. And they do not feel like this is right. But they, again, don't want to be involved or become the new subject. Slander is in the Bible, and I look in my Bible, and I have to go to the Bible so many times, as long as we reading other things. If you're continually trying to please man, you can run yourself into the ground because they're never satisfied. The only person that you have to look for forgiveness, or you're repenting, or you're looking for approval from, is him, because a human you're never going to be able to satisfy. Your soul is what you're guarding. So make sure that the things that you do are pleasing to your soul. Every good outweighs your bad act. That's the every good deed outweighs every bad deed. You can use that to a certain extent. So some deeds can't be, I can say some deeds can't be undone. Like God forgives everything except for a sin that is unforgivable. Like suicide is one of those. Blasphemy is another. Those are the main two. So he'll basically forgive you for about anything, but does he forgive the wicked? If you do something and something happened that isn't intentional, then I believe he forgives you for that. But if you do something that is just wicked and you're continuously doing it, like you know what you're doing, when does he forgive the wickedness? Because you know what you're doing, and then you're doing it for your own personal gain. I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm not asking for you to believe me. What I'm asking you to do is just look at the facts. Just get all the facts, or try to. Or maybe that you know the truth, but you just don't want to be in the middle of anything. What is going on is not right, it's unethical, and it shouldn't be done to anybody. This is abuse on so many levels. It's different types of abuse. I've had some traumatic things to transpire in my life, but you know how I got through those things? My God, the Most High God, capital God, to my, what I feel in my heart and soul, like who He is. And if that is related to something else, I'm not I'm not praying to that entity. I'm praying to the entity of good. My God tells me for the most part, even though he knows I'm imperfectly flawed, tells me to do what is right and stand for what is right, even if you have to stand alone. But you're never standing alone because he's always there with you. Jesus, is the Bible was written, he went through persecution. And the only thing he did was try to help and heal. So don't ever think that you have been put in certain situations because it's necessarily something that you have done. Sometimes, yes, as our Father, He does have to discipline us for when we're doing wrong. But also, sometimes the things that are transpiring are not from Him. It could be a test. But anything that happens, He does allow. And you just have to find that reason of why that it is happening. But like I was saying, pay attention to the facts. I'm not asking you to believe me. I'm not asking for your sympathy or empathy. I'm just asking for you to seek the truth. And be vigilant into that. If the truth is the light, that's what I seek. Peace and love to everybody. It's also been said that I am a racist. When did that come about? Like, I've worked with all type of races, females or females and males. Females have hired me, males have hired me. I've gotten along with my female superiors and my male superiors. Um, don't know where that came from, but that's neither here nor there. No human being's opinion validates me. I will continue to be the best person that I can as long as I'm on this earth. As long as I'm breathing, that's a blessing that God has bestowed upon me. There's a difference between cocky and being confident. You can't be, if you're cocky, you don't lack confidence. So if I'm cocky, then I have confidence. That's another thing that was said about me. I didn't have confidence. Well, yeah, I do. It's just sometimes like I'm not gonna argue with someone over something that you already you already know. It's not that I'm trying to bully you into doing something or get aggressive. This is something that you know better than me because you do it every day. You're just withholding or refusing to share that information, which is being biased. But for the most part, like I said, I'm going to try to enjoy my day and do other things and stay out of here because I've been drawn into this whole situation so much that other things. But anyway, that's neither here or there. You guys have a blessed day and a blessed morning. I hope this has revealed a different side. Like I said, I'm not looking for your sympathy or empathy or for you to even believe me. All I ask for you to do is seek the truth. And then also, if you know a person that stands and allows something that isn't right to happen and does nothing, is just as guilty as the person that is doing it. That's why I'm in this situation to a certain extent. Um, Again, you guys have a blessed morning. No, I said a lot. I'm not trying to give a lecture. Although, if I write something down with a speech, I think I'm good at writing and giving speeches. So, again, never let anybody tell you you can't do something. Never let anybody deter your goals, regardless of how hard they're going to be or any situation that you've been in, because I've been through situations. The only thing that got me through is this book right here. Like I said, I've been through traumatic experiences, and my psychiatrist was the Bible. It does help to talk to other people. Someone that's listening, that has a listening ear and seriously and sincerely is listening to what you're saying. There was one in particular person that was listening, and I think I got kind of out of context with her, but that because other things were going afoot that may not have happened with you. So I would like to apologize for that but in this constant situation of being in the fight or flight, I believe you understand that because of your profession. So, well, I hope you understand like my position on that, because ultimately you were pretty understanding and pretty nice. Have a good day, and I am that professional. I hope that you're watching. You have a nice day and have on this rainy Wednesday. Have a good day.